Hey, Video JRPG here with a comparison video and review for Kingdom Hearts 1.5 on the PS3 and Kingdom Hearts on the PS2. So, as you all know, they re-released Kingdom Hearts on the PS3 with added benefits and added games, as well as Kingdom Hearts 2.5. So I'm just going to have a look today at the differences that they brought to the original and a small review of Kingdom Hearts in general. So, as always, I won't go into story much. As you people already probably know the story a good deal. This Kingdom Hearts is the most simple because before it got super complicated. I love the greater story of Kingdom Hearts. I think it's actually very sophisticated and genius, especially Birth by Sleep. So, give 2.5 a go. Anyway, this is nice and simple. The visuals an idea of the game will keep you going more than the actual story, but it's done extremely well and doesn't feel like a child's game at all. Not as much as you'd think. So the gameplay, the battle system. Let's go out here to the battle system. Battle system is nice and simple. Hit the X button consecutively for attacks. You can use the magic shortcut to dispatch your enemies. You set abilities to allow a great deal of specialization, and such as dodging, guarding, and all sorts of things. My girlfriend played through the original Kingdom Hearts on the PS2 while I played on this one on the PS3. So rather than just list the changes, we've seen the changes actually affect the game and situations and affect the experience. Make the game much more playable on the PS3 actually. The first major change is that the fourth slot is now a summon slot. Before you had it down here, you had on the summon was at the bottom of here, so you had to go down here into an extra menu again. So now these summons are much more usable. You tend to forget about them in the heat of battle when you're just using your magic shortcuts and trying to keep your items going. And it was troublesome in the original. Just trying to win with your magic shortcuts and not using the summons really, but now the summons are so much more accessible. The second major change is that they took the triangle option, like here. In the original, that was down at the bottom, and it would appear down the bottom instead of the summon where the summon gauge should be. So anything like lift, examine occupied the fourth slot, so you had to scroll down, examine and open a chest, and this was really annoying. And they had it was hard for battle, but 1.5 changed it. Now it appears as a triangle command. It's really invaluable and really is one of the best changes. Another of the major changes is the right analog stick now spins the camera. Before it was the L and R2 and L2 buttons that spun the camera. And this guy was really sticky movement. It wasn't as fast. You couldn't spin 360 close to a wall, and it was really annoying. And now if you press that R3, it will straighten up the character, which is a big plus. The ability to skip cutscenes, this is so welcome, because in the PS2 playthrough, if you died, you had to watch the whole scene again to the battle with the boss, regardless if you use a continue or a load game. So this, as well as the speedrun trophy, this is a big help. There was also some gummy ship changes, missions and such, and new keyblades, new abilities, some added scenes, added fights, new Heartless trophy support. The game has some great trophies, because Kingdom Hearts has always been a completionist type of game. I don't know what it is about it, but it spurs on people to do everything, and it's possibly because the battle system is designed so well. The shops and synthesis is also widely different, with double the prices. That's what I noticed. Potions in the original were 60, I think. I think they're 100 and something now in this one. The synths is also widely different. The music is awesome. Music has always been awesome, and the opening theme is amazing as always. So, and I heard I can't remember her name, but she does the songs. She's coming back for the Kingdom Hearts 3 to do a song, so that'd be cool. So now we go down to the good, bad verdicts. So what's good? Everything. I can't possibly say a bad word about this game. Especially since they changed so much things from the previous version that were cumbersome. Things that didn't seem bad playing the first time, but on the PS2 they get magnified when you play the other entries in the series. So having changes like the triangle commands and the right analog stick moving the camera, it makes it almost perfect. So what's bad? Not much, to be honest. Just a couple of nitpicks, if anything. The jumping mechanics. The jump mechanics in Kingdom Hearts has always done my head in. It's always driven me mad. You just fall off stuff all the time, and he doesn't grab the ledge. And oh god, luckily the camera is better in the PS3 version, so it's not as bad as before. You can't. Oh, and you can't open treasure chests while there's Heartless around, like you can in Drop Dream Distance. I hate that because you can't. When you go back to a certain place to get a certain treasure chest, you get ambushed by 40 or so Heartless, and you're up on a height trying to get them to go away so you can open the chest, and then you get pissed off and you attack one of them, and then you fall off and you have to go all the way up again. I always hated the jumping mechanics in Kingdom Hearts. One final small nitpick is the synthesis. This is a touchy one, but it can be very drawn out. Like, you need 5 of 5 items, just say, to get one item, and you need 3 of those items to make another item, and it might just be an accessory, and it gets very tedious because there's items get dropped by specific Heartless very infrequently and in very specific ways. So I prefer the synthesis to have a large number of items that's easier to make than it would be to have a smaller number of items that's more difficult to make. But it can be daunting, and it could put you off altogether. But I've done it in the original one. I didn't bother this time, but I will go back to it and finish it out because I love completing Kingdom Hearts and I love to get all the trophies. So what if? So this is the what if section where I'd say what I would do differently if I made the game, and I think they should have put in the game. So when they had the chance of reporting, I would have had the R2 button, which is completely unused in this game. Pressing it now, it does nothing. As an item shortcut. I don't know why they've never done this when they've done the magic shortcut. You could preload the first 3 items into an item shortcut that gets refilled when the item. To go down here in the heat of battle all the time to use things is not really that cumbersome, but you have to switch to using the D-pad, taking your hands off the controls. So that's always been a big weird thing for me. I don't know why they never put in an item shortcut. I would have kept the R1 lock, but I would have changed the cycle through enemies to the left and right D-pad. I think that would be an easier system than pressing R2, and I think you press or L2 or something to cycle through them. And I would have changed the L2 to cycle through the command menu, like that. But I would have still kept the D-pad up and down for going up and down in complete emergencies. But I thought it would have been more fluid to keep your hand on the running mechanics while you're cycling through them. So anyway, the verdict. I give this game 9 out of 10. I think it's flawless. Just a few stupid nitpicks that really almost weren't worth saying. But it's a brilliant game, and this pack also includes Chain of Memories and the 358 over 2 days cinematics, which is an awesome idea. I think that Kingdom Hearts are on an awesome idea here, because a lot of other series like Final Fantasy and Star Ocean haven't done that, haven't brought out a compilation of kind of things. So with Kingdom Hearts 3 coming out, they brought out the 1.5 and the 2.5, and it has everything you need to get yourself up to speed. I think that's a brilliant idea, and I think more games, series and studios should do it. So thanks for watching. Leave your comments below. What's your favourite, the original or the new one? Thanks for watching.